what do I think about that Hasselblad? The name in general. Some of the first things that come to mind is, expensive, very big body cameras, 102 megapixel sensors, weak autofocus, very niche camera, very good lenses, sharp. A lot of people use this type of camera for like portrait photography because it's so good. I was actually lucky enough to get my hands on an old, I don't know if it's really old, but on a Hasselblad film camera. This is 120 millimeter film, medium format, and I took it out one night, shot some CineStill 800, and what happened next? Now, one of the reasons why I wanted to go out and shoot at night is because I wanted to shoot with this CineStill 800. Now, this type of film is probably the best type of film to shoot at night, in my opinion. The 800 CineStill is pretty awesome film in general. One of my favorite characteristics from this film is the red halation that you sometimes get around the highlights. Now, this was probably the main mission of my shoot that night, to try to get some of those red halations on some of my photos. Hasselblad 500 cm is a pretty unique camera. Now, it's a pretty small camera in comparison to other cameras of its kind, like the Mamiya RB67 and obviously the Pentax K1000 being a very big camera. This camera had a very smaller footprint, and that made it very easy to carry it around when you go out on these long shoots at night. And it was definitely a good thing to have. Now, don't get me wrong, this is still a pretty beefy camera in comparison to other small point and shoots. But in the medium format world, this is a pretty small footprint. Hasselblad 500cm does have an 80mm f2.8 lens, which I personally love for street photography. Now, although it is a fixed lens and not a zoom lens, I feel you can still get some pretty awesome shots. Also, the compression from the 80mm gets you some nice and great depth of field and a lot of separation from your subjects. Also, this lens being an f2.8 is very good for low light and night photography, which is why this video exists. One of my favorite features from the Hasselblad 500cm, it's its aspect ratio. Now, this camera has more of a square aspect ratio, which I really like. I really like composing through this more square factor. It just makes it so much fun when you're trying to capture a nice composition on camera. Now, other cameras of its kind, for example, the Mamiya RB67 has a 6:7 aspect ratio. We also have the Pentax 6.7. We also have another Fuji camera 6.9. 6.9 being the highest and the largest frame for a medium format camera. My overall experience using the Hasselblad 500cm was excellent. I really love taking photos with this small medium format camera, and the photos turned out great. Very happy with the result, and I can't wait to go out and shoot my other roll. Now, I do have another video in the pipeline about my very first medium format camera. Very excited to share that with you guys, so if you want to stay tuned for that, remember to subscribe down below so you don't miss any of those videos. Now, the main reason why I went out on this quest or mission was to try to get those red halations on the highlights like I mentioned in this video. After reviewing the photos, I feel some of these photos turned out awesome. Like I said, there is probably room for improvement. Maybe take a tripod next time and a little trigger button, and maybe we can get some nice long exposures on the very next roll. So that's going to be pretty much it for this week's video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. That really helps out a lot. Subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Make sure you hit and smash the notification bell so you guys can get notified for future videos. And you guys be safe out there. See you guys next week. Peace.